Hi everyone, it's Jamie aka Peace Lovey. Today I'm going to teach you how to make one of my favorite recipes, chocolate crinkle cookies. These are actually made by cake mix, which is very unusual to see, but it's really good. The ingredients for this recipe are butter, all-purpose flour, chocolate cake mix, confectioner's sugar, and egg beater. Now let's get started by heating our oven to 350 degrees. On the box for the cake mix, it says a bunch of different directions to do to make a cake. But we're not going to follow that at all. We're going to make cookies out of this cake mix. Now you're going to take your cake mix and you're just going to dump it all into the bowl. I'm just going to put this all in the bowl. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 eggs, which I used egg beaters for this because it's a lot healthier. On the package it says that 2 eggs is 1/2 a cup. So I'm going to take my 1/2 and I'm just going to pour it in the bowl. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to have to melt your butter. But before you do that, you have to measure it to 1/3 of a cup. I'm just going to take scoops of this, put it inside the measuring cup until it fills all the way up to the top. Now that I've taken my 1/3 a cup of butter and I put it into the bowl, I'm going to now put it into the microwave for about 15 seconds, making sure that it's not too hot and it melts all the way through. Now I'm just going to take this out. It is perfectly melted. I'm going to put it into the bowl of cake mix and eggs, and now it's time to mix it all up. Now I'm just going to mix this all up. Now as you can see, it's very tough to mix. So when this happens, you want to put a little bit more egg or butter at a time. I'm just going to do egg, but I'm just going to do a little bit. And I'm just going to continue this until it gets a little bit more smooth, but you don't want it to be too liquidy because remember, these are cookies, not cake. Okay, now it's completely mixed up and you can tell because there is no bits of the flour or cake mix, or just everything's just completely combined. Now the only times you would actually need the flour is if instead of this being too thick, it would be too liquidy. Then you would pour about 2 tablespoons of flour into it to make it a little bit thicker. But in this case, we didn't need it, so we're just going to set this off to the side. Now we're going to take our confectioner's sugar and we're going to pour 1/4 of a cup into a small bowl. Now we're going to take a little bit of a handful of the batter. You're just going to roll it up into small 1-inch balls. Now obviously it's very sticky and it doesn't really look like it's going to be easy. So you're going to first put it in the powdered sugar. I'm just going to mix it in. And you're going to roll it, letting the extra powdered sugar just fall off. So you're just going to put it in here and just let it sit. Now you're going to take your parchment paper or aluminum foil. You're going to take your Pam or Crisco cooking spray. You're going to spray it lightly along each pan. You're going to make sure you have a pan under it. And you're probably going to need 2 baking sheets. I don't really know for that because it depends on how many cookies you actually end up making. Here I think I made 17 or maybe 16. So I'm just going to place these on very carefully on here. Make sure that that each one is about 1 inch or so apart. Remember, they are going to be growing in the oven and they will be getting a lot bigger. Okay, so now you're going to take the cookies and see how I laid them out where there is enough space in between them, so if they grew a lot then they wouldn't connect. And also I did it in a sort of pattern where it was 3, 2, and then 3, which works very well because then each one has a good amount of space in between it. So I'm just going to put these into the oven. I highly suggest putting the first batch in the middle rack and then the second batch on the top. And then at the 10-minute point, or when it's in the middle of cooking, you're going to flip the 2. So then they all get the same amount of cooking from top to bottom. Now, it really depends on how long it takes for them to cook based off of how much of the batter you put and also what the degrees is at the oven. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the timer on for 5 minutes and hopefully it will go all the way through 10 minutes. And at 5-minute point, we're going to flip the 2 pans and then at the 10-minute point, hopefully they'll be ready. Now I'm very happy that I have this tablecloth here because now it's so much easier to clean up. I'm just gonna pull it all together and boom, it's all done once again. Alright, so now that the timer is done, I'm going to take my oven mitt. I'm going to switch these two. They already look like they're cooking very fast, so as you can see, they look very good. And they definitely did grow. So now I'm just going to set another timer for 5 minutes and hopefully it'll be ready by then. Now I don't know if these are ready yet, so I'm going to just take out one of the batches at a time. And then I'm going to take a toothpick, stick it into the middle of the cookie as if it was a cake. Now the toothpick came out completely clean, so therefore this batch is ready. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the second batch. This one needs a little bit more time, so I'm going to put it on the top because it obviously did not cook that much on the bottom. And I'm just going to leave it there for 2 minutes and it should be ready. While those are cooking, I'm going to take these out and put them onto a plate. They came out perfectly because of the spray. But remember, it's also very hot, so I'm just using this so I don't burn my hand. And I'm using a spatula so it comes out easier and it doesn't break. Now I think these are ready, so I'm just going to take my oven mitt once again, open it up, turn off the heat so it starts to cool down as I'm taking it out, and perfect. Okay. Now these cookies are a little bit different. They are more squishy than other cookies, so they might seem uncooked when you touch them. They're actually not, because they're made of cake mix, which makes it more of a cake texture. Now these cookies look really good, but first I want to show you why they're called crinkle cookies. So if you break it, it's completely like crinkly, but it's smooth and it stays together. It's just perfect. Now I have to try these. Ready? Now don't forget to subscribe to Peace. Wait, okay, ready? Now don't forget to subscribe to Peace, Love, Eat. I would like to give a shout out to Ava, whose birthday party we're celebrating tomorrow, and I made these cookies for, and the girls who are also celebrating, which is Dylan, Ava, Alexa, Sammy, and Tolly, and then all the other girls who are there. I hope you guys like this video, subscribe, like, comment, and have a great day, everyone. Bye.